I went to the doctor and guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, girl, you better try to have some fun, no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares. Nothing compares to you, and nothing compares. Nothing compares to you, oh, nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. All the flowers that you planted, mama, in the backyard, all died when you went away. I know that living with your baby was sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try, 'cause nothing compares. Nothing compares to you, oh, nothing compares. Nothing compares to you, and nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you, oh, oh, oh. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you.
From the snowy lands of Norway, that was Frida Amundsen with her cover of Nothing Compares to You. Now, I said at the start of that track that that song was by Sinead O'Connor, but in fact it was originally written by Prince, who some of you I'm sure are familiar with, but of course most people are more au fait with the Sinead O'Connor version of that song, although Prince does a spectacular version of it as well. He did one with Mary J. Blige when he performed live before, which is fantastic. Now, next up, we've got a track from Joni Mitchell, and it's called A Case of You. I should just say, actually, Frida Amundsen has a SoundCloud as well, which you should definitely check out. So, Joni Mitchell now with A Case of You.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet. I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. love is touching souls. Surely you touch mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are in my blood, you're my holy wine. You're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet, I would still be on my feet.
From one of the most iconic albums of all time, Blue, that was the voice of Joni Mitchell with A Case of You. Now, we've only got time for 2 more songs before the end of tonight's show, I should say. But I just want to say thank you ever so much to everyone who's listening live right now. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, as well as being able to listen live, you can also stream and download the show on demand. So if you want to keep this show, then you can just download it, stick it on your MP3 device, and then you will always have these beautiful sirens singing you a mixture of amazing music. Now, next up, we got a track from Cat Power, and it's called I Don't Blame You.
Last time I saw you, we were on stage. Your hair was wild, your eyes were bright, and you were in a rage. You were swinging your guitar around, 'cause they wanted to hear that sound that you didn't want to play. But I don't blame you, I don't blame you. Been around the world in many situations, been inside many heads in different positions, but you never wanted them that way. What a cruel price you thought that you had to pay. Them back for all that shit on stage, but it never made sense to them anyway. Could you imagine when they turned their backs, they were only scratching their heads? 'Cause you simply deserve the best, and I don't blame you, I don't blame you. They said you were the best, but then they were only kids. Then you would recall the deadly houses you grew up in. Just because they knew your name doesn't mean they know from where you came. What a sad trick you played, but I don't blame you. They never owned it, and you never owed it to them anyway. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
So that was Cat Power with I Don't Blame You. Cat Power is from Atlanta, Georgia, and I thoroughly recommend you go and check out some more of her stuff. She's a great artist. Now, I've only got time for one more song before the end of the show. I hope that some of you can join me for Face Full of Metal tomorrow, which will be live at 6 p.m. And, sorry, not Face Full of Metal, that's not tomorrow. Rhymes and Rhythms is tomorrow. I'm getting thrown off completely. Rhymes and Rhythms will be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Face Full of Metal will be live on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a special episode of Swing Brother Swing. Not quite sure what time I'm going to start that one, but keep an eye out for that anyway. Now, this last song is really, really tragic, and I'm not ashamed to admit that it made me cry when I listened to the original, and it made me cry when I listened to this cover earlier on today. This is a cover by the Linda Patton of the Tori Amos song, Me and a Gun.
5 a.m. Friday morning, Thursday night, far from sleep. I'm still up and driving, can't go home, obviously. So I'll just change direction, 'cause I'll soon know where I live. And I wanna live. Got a full tank, get some chips. It was me and a gun, and a man on my back. And I sang only as he buttoned down his pants. You can laugh, it's kind of funny, things you think, times like these. Like I haven't seen Barbados, so I must get out of this. Yes, I wore a slinky red thing. Does that mean I should spread for you, your friends, your father, Mr. Ed? It was me and a gun and a man on my back, but I haven't seen Barbados, so I must get out of this. And I know what this means. Me and Jesus, a few years back, used to hang, and he said, "It's your choice, babe. Just remember, I don't think you'll be back in 3 days' time, so you choose well. Tell me what's right. Isn't my right to be on my